Hello, yes, thanks for dropping by. Yeah, I just felt prompted to make this video, and this morning some thoughts came into my brain about Mission Somerset and about the whole thing about being a group of people trying to love each other and staying in unity, and that it's not straightforward. It's a struggle at times, and um, so I just wanted to speak into that really, and and the sort of picture came into my head of uh, some people we met. There was a student in Exeter that we met called Pranav, and and he enjoyed debating and talking about God and praying that he'd come on board, but he's very curious. And but the things that are thrown up in those discussions are things like um, you know the Big Bang and how that how does that work and what it's a theory seen as a legitimate theory out there of how life and existence and the thing of um, it's a sort of it's really difficult. But anyway, I'm going to keep going. Um, yeah, that's right. It's about whose authorship is that from, and you have this model of the world and the perfect order that we have, and it suggests intelligent design. There is a creator that everything is layered in a certain sequence. That if even one was out of key, out of tune, then the whole thing wouldn't work. So there's an intelligent design that is presented, but there's this idea that it all came from chaos. There was no creator, and you've got to look at the authorship of who brought that idea into the world. Well, you have God, which is order and perfection, and you have the protagonist on that same stage, which is the devil, and so it's about belief and about faith and direction and about purpose, which is about design and having an overarching structure, form, direction in life. This is what faith in Jesus Christ offers us, and really that moment where the idea of the Big Bang could come from is that separation with man from God, from that perfect state, the Garden of Eden, and to be in this fallen world, in this fallen state. And it's that collective trauma of humanity, of that splitting, it's like the splitting of the atom. It's a cataclysmic moment, that separation from man and God, and we find ourselves in this fallen state, wondering, is it all come from chaos and coincidence, or is there a perfect design and order and there are this idea of a God incident? Everything has come into place for a reason, and we meet people for a reason in certain circumstances. Events in our life happen for a reason, and so like I said, so this is it's a story about how we've come about, what puts us together, and so we find ourselves in this fallen, broken world, in a fallen state. Where there's war, there's strife, and there's rivalries, and just as much Mission Somerset has those elements. It's not perfect, we just, you know, it's scrambled together and just held together by string and glue, by the love of God, by God's grace. And in all good stories, there is a hero. And that hero for us is Jesus Christ. And the picture is of people gathering around this one person. This person of love, light, hope, faith, joy. And as long as we are connected to that life force, then we have a relationship. If we connect to that life force of Jesus Christ, then in our hard-heartedness, in our cynicism, in our judgment of others that separates us from other people, that we can't sustain that separateness, because we always have to come back to His Word, to feed from His Word, to feed into that relationship. And so by doing that, we come back to each other. So it's a constant togetherness, separation, but it's love that keeps drawing us back and finding that He is there to accept us as we are, in our brokenness, in our judgmentality, in our cold, aloof judgmentality of others, or cynicism. He reaches into us and brings us out, so we can be a tribe, a unit, and that can be a force for good, yes, but is attractive to other people. That we can offer that up to other people, to come in and to experience that, to model that with their families, their community. And that it can grow, it can expand. Because we're all trying to model Jesus Christ, and we're all trying to find other people to replicate those ingredients to their families, to their community, and then it expands out. So yeah, it's just that. So just to leave you with that image of these people gathering around this light, this force for love, joy, hope, peace. So yeah, thank you for dropping by.